Hey guys, what is up, and welcome to my unboxing and review of the Buzz-Bee Extreme Blastzooka. In the packaging, you will receive the blaster itself, as well as two of the Buzz-Bee missiles. As you can see here with a quick size comparison, these missiles are a bit larger than the recent Nerf Demolisher missiles. However, they are of slightly lower quality. This blaster actually can fire both, so you are able to shoot whichever one you prefer. To operate this blaster, simply take a missile of your choice, push it in until it hits the back of the front piece, charge the tank by simply using the pump several times, then simply fire the blaster by pushing the button located at the top. Okay, now this blaster is extremely simple. It has a very simplistic front nozzle area where you just insert the missiles. It has the blast button located right here and a pump, and that's about it. There are no grips for this blaster. There's a shoulder-esque mounting thing that I wouldn't really use. I would just basically hold it. It's very comfortable to just hold it in your hand, such as this, with your thumb above the button, so you'll be able to pump it with one hand and then fire with the other hand. Overall, there's not really, like I said, a lot to go over with this particular blaster. It's very simplistic. In terms of performance, this blaster claims ranges of up to 50 feet with these missiles, which is actually fairly accurate. For my tests, I had like average of mid-40s, and there are other range tests online, so I really didn't feel the need to do a whole setup, especially with the weather as of recently. However, for once, the range claims are fairly accurate. I wanted to do this review for a number of reasons, the first of which was that not a lot of reviews for this particular blaster exist, and for the second reason that I think it's underrated in my opinion. I'm going to show you the air tank in a second. However, it does have a bit of power to it in stock form, and you can definitely achieve a lot more with some slight modifications. Okay, now from a modding perspective, this blaster has a ton of potential. Below it is right here, the black tank is from a original like Gen 1 Panther, not one of the smaller Gen 2 Panthers, which people absolutely loved. And this smaller tank can get ranges of up to 100, 110-ish feet for a pistol, which is crazy. And for a similar price, actually, I believe the original Panther was about $5, and this is about $10. The tank is actually slightly larger. It's a little bit shorter. From what I can tell, it seems that it goes until right about here-ish. Somewhere in here would have to stop for the blast button to be good. But overall, it's slightly shorter, but the diameter is significantly larger, so that does give it a bit of air volume, and this blaster would be capable of reaching a really decent range. I haven't actually had a range test of the modified version because the weather's been kind of crappy, but I'm expecting a lot of power out of this, and from my tests so far, it's definitely holding up to my anticipations. Overall, if you're a modder, or even if you're not a modder, I would definitely recommend picking up this blaster. From what I've been able to tell, and from I sent them an email, and from what I can see, this blaster is available at both Walmart and Kmart in the United States. I'm not sure about other countries. But for $10, it's definitely worth picking up, and especially if you're a modder, because this has a huge amount of modding potential. Like I showed you before with the air tank comparisons, it is a larger tank than the Gen 1 Panthers, which everyone absolutely loved, and it's really easy to reshell because the whole mechanism is in one piece. You can obviously cut off the pump and cap that side and put another pump on, but the blast button itself is actually attached to the tank, which makes it so easy to reshell into other things, which I'm actually working on a project right now. Shameless plug that I will be doing a mod. Actually, the shell is drying right now, but I have a pretty cool mod where I'm making a like shotgun pistol type thing out of that. So definitely check that out soon. Video should be done for that relatively soon once the shell is dry, and I just have to put it back together and then do some final videoing for that. But I'm rambling at this point. Overall, pros of this blaster, I would say, are definitely the price, the huge amount of modding potential, and even the stock performance. Cons, there's no handle. It's kind of awkward in stock form just a little bit. It's got some weird like boom stick type feel to it. I'm not really sure what you would do with it because it doesn't really have a grip per se. You would have to grip it by this small region here, which might be annoying after a while. Not really. I mean, like I said, I'm not really too concerned about the stock shell because I'm replacing it anyway. And the missiles are kind of bad quality. The foam in the back isn't too great. It tends to rip, and after a little bit, as you can see here, that this one's only been used a few times. I actually bought about like 4 of these blasters, so I'm working on a few projects that involve this tank in particular, and that's about it. So I definitely would recommend picking it up, especially because one of the major cons is the missiles, and you can use the Nerf brand missiles as well. They fit in there just fine. So overall, that's been my review of this Buzzbee Extreme Blastzooka. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.